this live. Oh, I forgot to welcome everyone in, but welcome in everybody. So I'm just gonna mention that Such a Cookie got the first, so thank you so much for that. And we have the stream streaks that happen and the huge raid, so thank you so much for that. I'm not gonna go through the name for name right now, but we're gonna go hop in here. So today we're gonna be checking out Galacticare. This is a game coming out tomorrow. The gist of this game is you are running effectively a space hospital. So if you ever seen the game 2 Point Hospital, it's kind of the similar, like, tongue-in-cheek, silly type of thing where you're curing people of, like, clowniness or whatever. So, you know, you have to remove their humorous or whatever. I have seen, like, in the trailer they talk about, it's like, oh, this person needs to be reboned, where they extract all the bones from their body and put it in. So it is very tongue-in-cheek, slapsticky kind of medical procedure. So it's not going to be, like, big and heavy topics like, oh, here's this horrible disease that this person's dying from that people die from in real life. It's going to be all sorts of silly, zany stuff. And usually one of the first things I usually do when I pop into a game is I do a quick... Oh, there's Twitch integration. Let's see. What's the Twitch integration? Connect your Twitch stream, type Twitch username into the box, click connect, you'll be redirected to log into Twitch. Viewer names will be added to the patient name pool. Subscriber names will be added to the doctor name pool. Alright. I'm down. And double check to make sure permissions it's asking are fine. It just wants to get the list of people in the channel. Yeah, so it's all just read stuff. Okay. And it should be connected. Okay, I didn't realize there was Twitch integration, but if you want to be a patient, I guess, like, I don't know if you have to talk to that. I'm hoping the game is smart enough that you actually have to be active in chat or whatever. Most of the games have been better about that. So for UI and accessibility, we could change the game speed and the font size and all that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Usually about 1.5 is about good. Because we do have a lot of people who watch on, like, phones and televisions and all that sort of stuff, so making that a little bit better is good. We got Pirate King Redbeard on their 170 stream streak. A ridiculously high stream streak for not missing a single one. But yeah. So I got all that good stuff. I see people have found the roll command, which is a big fun. We've got, Zorlot XXL getting themselves a 100 stream streak, so catching the last 100 streams without missing a single one, so thank you so much for that. And hello, Sky, let's see. Sky Ragey Storm. I had to think about how that was spelled. Yeah, there is a cooldown on roll just so it doesn't get spammed too hard. We've got our typical volume adjustments, video, so do we got anything like motion blur or anything like that? Nope. So really the biggest UI accessibility stuff. You can just call you Skyra? Gotcha. Oh, it's Skyra Greystorm. I understand. Space HMO game? Pretty much. But yeah, so the only real accessibility stuff they have going on here beyond volume controls is just being able to change the title size and all that. That's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into a new game. I've obviously never played this before. So this must be, so I'm assuming the purple stuff here is a meta progression mechanic. These appear to be cosmetic skins. It's hard to tell. These look like they're just cosmetics. I don't know. These are just variety of foods that we don't normally have. It's not clear. So yeah. So I've got that. These are grayed out. I can't click on them. But it does look like there's a meta progression of some kind. So we're gonna start Chapter 1, Orientation.
Greetings, Director. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your appointment. Ms. Orion and I are excited to see how you'll rise to the occasion. We're establishing our first facility right here in orbit around Earth. Ms. Orion is already on site. Let's get this thing kicked off, shall we?
Okay, so we're starting our first tutorial mission. We have 0 time played, hospital rating. We can apparently unlock awards. There's a guide to mustache care on the back for a poster. Oh. Yeah, so these are all skins and that. So it seems like a lot of the rewards you get are actually cosmetic stuff. which is fine. They have the layout of the hospital down here. So we'll be playing the story. It does look like it's probably going to be one of those games, like I said, 2 Point Hospital, where you'll have a map that you can go back to and like work on it, and then go like the next chapter, you can work on that one, and if later you want to go back to the first hospital, you can. You want to dig out Morrowind and replay it? But yeah. So I'll get a feel for it. I suspect this will probably be a pretty fun game with just the silly stuff we've got going on.
Glistening before you and silhouetted against the green marble of Earth is Galacticare's newest high-orbit station and your first hospital. I'm Heel, the AP assigned to all of Galacticare's extrasolar operations. Think of me as your personal assistant, for it is my duty to assist you in all things healthcare as we strike out amongst the stars. Soon, patients from all throughout the solar system will darken our halls, bringing with them all sorts of awful maladies and excretions. Medibots on standby, Director. Before then, Ms. Orion wishes to fire the starting gun personally. I'm sure we'll be receiving a call from her any moment now.
A starting gun for opening a hospital? Incoming calls. Incoming calls will wait indefinitely. Take your time to answer them when you are ready to continue. Some characters may react to waiting in unexpected ways.
The prompt at the bottom right of your user interface will answer her call. There's no rush. Contacts will wait for you to answer.
Bonjour, guten Tag, Moshi Director, and welcome to Galacticare. It's time to bring this dream of ours to life. I can't wait to see this hospital up and running. Personally, I'm not one for all this nitty-gritty management stuff. I'd much rather be in the lab, so that's why you're here. Remember, if you ever feel lost, you can review your objectives in the top right corner of your interface. Take it away, Heel.
Thank you, ma'am. Director, let's start with a particularly fun section. Calibrating sensors and perspective. Yes, we'll be panning, rotating, and even zooming your camera. Both in and out, mind you. Thrilling stuff. Your objectives should be displayed now. If they're not, then everything is broken, and it may be simpler for you to resign. Look at us go, spinning around like a gyro. I feel vaguely ill. Now, there was something else I was supposed to be doing. Oh, yes. There's the hospital. Patients and preventing death, profit, and so on. Very well, then. To do healthcare, we will require both a reception desk and a diagnosis room. Let's first place a reception desk so that we can process patients as they arrive. I've highlighted the menu in which you will find said desk.
I do appreciate the humor with all of it, where just the whole thing with the camera where it's like, and if it doesn't work, it's probably broken and you should resign. It's like, fair enough. It's like, if you cannot manage the camera, like that is too much. Mayhaps.
Whilst empty spaces are oddly captivating, we do occasionally need to build things in order to provide the healthcare. A reception desk in this case.
Yeah, but just like the whole thing, it's like, yeah, no, the camera's too much, I can understand. It might be a mistake. I feel like that door I'm gonna have, because they clearly have like the guide here and everything. I'm wondering if there's reasons we would close the door, like hull breaches or something like that. I don't really know one way or the other. I'm gonna go ahead and shove the reception desk right up against that though, as I almost turn it the wrong way around. Because I don't know better.
Now all we need is a diagnosis room. Ms. Orion should be calling with the details momentarily.
The diagnosis room is our patient's first step on the road to recovery. It's where we evaluate what's gone wrong with their meaty bodies. Also, tiny spinny drones come out of it, which is very cool and entirely necessary.
Okay. So the room has to be 3x3. It has to have a diagnosis desk. So it is using the same...
Get the diagnosis room up and running. If you're ever unsure what to do, select any of your objectives and I'll help to point you in the right direction.
Alright, so it doesn't look like I can select these other doors or the stuff in them yet. I suspect we're meant to stay in this play area, and then what'll probably happen is down the road I'll have to pay, like, in-game money or reputation or something. Like, you got these bollards blocking the door, but I assume we'll pay extra to finish the other
I
rooms.
understand the robotic receptionist is quite distracting, but we will also need a diagnosis room, lest our patients be left to wait themselves to death. Unless that's your plan, in which case, due to my mandate, I can but applaud your unconventional take on healthcare.
Alright. So you want me to make a
With
diagnosis
the room
room.
selected, you can now begin to place the blueprint. Choose a starting point, shape it to your desired footprint, and click Build to confirm.
So, we don't yet know what all we're going to need to do. I'm going to assume I'll need restrooms or a waiting area or some. We can plan that to be over here. That's the minimum required. I guess we will just start with the 3x3.
However, an empty room will not by itself facilitate the healthcare. We must first place a door, and then the room's required objects. In the case of diagnosis, we need a desk and a display. Your construction display will show you simple, easy methods to improve your room's value. Potted plants are all the rage at the moment. Not my cup of tea, personally. Now, a replica of an XTC 5000 block engine. Well, my word, Director, I'm mere satisfaction from the thought alone.
Please calm down. Just please calm down. That's probably the best position. Does only the doctor need to see it? Okay. So we can add decorations and decals and all that. Space is dark. It helps if you can see things. And these are decorations. They probably don't matter too much other than having some. We can add a couple posters. Because usually a lot of these games, what they'll do is they'll have an entire thing that, you'll need to get enough decorations. Say optimal, add 3 more tiles to make the room spacious. Optimal, add a room upgrade. So what that's telling me is if I take a moment to figure out how to expand the room, that'll make it a spacious room, which gives it a higher rating. Put the door on this side to make a hallway that way, so I don't know if the doors block or not. Optional, add a room upgrade. I don't see anything here that says it is a room upgrade. My assumption would be there's going to be something here we can decide to upgrade later. So, at the moment, I don't know what else I could do to the room. So we'll just go confirm with that.
Yeah, that's the diagnosis room ready. Now we'll need a treatment room. Ms. Orion will be in touch with the juicy details.
Skin! Everyone has it. Unless they have an exoskeleton, or nothing at all. The Skin Lab uses proprietary chemicals to coat our patients in a gentle foam, which strips off their outsides and rebuilds them from scratch. It's relatively painless. I use the Skin Lab instead of a shower sometimes.
Well, that sounds terrible. That's certainly how you treat a skin problem, is you just extract all the skin. So you want it to be at least 3x4. So that's the minimum size it wants it to be. If I add 3 more tiles, it will be labeled a spacious room. Oh, I see. So let's move you here. Alright. I mean, it wants me to make the room bigger for the full credit anyways. I'm assuming this is where the patient goes. And that this is where the doctor goes. Alright. And then we would get extra credit if we do stuff to make the room look nice. So I'm going to add a light on either wall. And just the patients going in there, we'll add a poster. And again, I don't really know how this room upgrades work.
Excellent. We have our first rooms. More to come, I'm sure. However, I think there's still something missing. As we're a healthcare organization, we will need some doctors. Pop open the recruitment menu on the left-hand bar and review your various candidates.
All right.
And there they are, Director. You can see their name, species, and traits that are unique to them. We currently have Ode and human candidates, and are restricted to them for reasons which I can assure you are culturally sensitive. I'm certain you'll come to find the unique traits of the galaxy's different sapiens particularly helpful for your work. Choose a candidate when you're ready.
Okay, so additional experience, reduce damage to patients during treatment. Well, that's deeply concerning. It releases tomorrow. The devs gave me a key to play it today, though. Alright, we have more research. Treatments are faster. Gains increased move when not hungry. Reduced damage to treatment rooms. So they damage both the treatment rooms and the patients. Drops litter everywhere. Reduced experience generated. Energy need increased. 2% chance of killing patients on top of normal health adjustments. Ah, okay. So Taser Gaga 5 here. Just 1 out of 50 patients, dead. Doesn't matter. You came in with a splinter, dead. Reduced experience generated. Nutrition needs increased. Always damages patients, and doing so makes them happy. Dead bodies do not apply negative moods. I see. So Flawed One, I believe you're in the wrong game. The game you were looking for was RimWorld. It's an understandable mistake. Oh, I just realized we have names of people. For those who didn't catch, we do have Twitch integration on. I don't know if people have to like actually say stuff in chat or anything to get your name on the list, but people who are subscribed, you can show up here as a doctor. People who are just in chat chatting, you show up potentially as a patient. That's nothing I said on my end. That's just like the way the game works. So because looking at the name, I can recognize this is a Twitch username, that's a Twitch username, and I think Flawed One is also a Twitch username if I recalled correctly. I think I'm gonna go with Killer Fun. So, welcome to the team.
Place that newly hired doctor wherever you like, even directly in a room, which will assign it as their primary task.
Okay. And then Scavenging Mechanic. I would take you, but you are 2% chance of randomly going to kill someone. Hey, Illicit, how's it going? And thank you so much, Bilge, for the 3 stream streak. I really do appreciate that. Put diagnosis room, you can't kill anybody. This is fair. I mean, I've obviously not played the game before, so maybe that's still a chance of that happening. How easy is it for me to move you from one room to another? Can I just click and drag you? Yes.
Excellent work. Your new staff will set about their tasks in your rooms, aiding our soon-to-be patients. Doctors gain experience as they work, and more experienced doctors are, as you'd imagine, better at things. Due to capitalism, staff require payment on a regular basis, so do be sure not to overhire and inflate your expenses. An excellent set of rooms and doctors, Director, that will surely excel at treating patients. You should be commended for your ambition. Speaking of which, your legally mandated commendation, known in human society as payment, is yours to claim.
Collect rewards. So I'm getting paid 20,000 regular money, 5 of the low might, which apparently is the there's a meta progression, so like outside of each map, based on how I do here, I can go outside and grab. It looked like it was mostly cosmetic stuff, but you know, I'm new to the game, so I don't really know. So that's the meta progression stuff. Human influence. So we have increased our reputation with humanity by 200. And craftium.
Deep in focus, Director, but remember to clean your goodies.
Be quiet, Heal. Craftium, which is used to craft room upgrade. Okay, I see.
We're ready to open the hospital. Let's see if we can't get our patients back to their rent pods in one piece.
All right, open the hospital.
Ready to begin?
Once it's open, it cannot be closed again. I understand.
And away we go. Time to treat some of these poor fellows. Patients are arriving now, Director. They shall scuttle about our hospital and deposit their various detritus within its once sterile halls.
The Ode are a curious bunch. Although they're all clones, they revere old age, competing with each other to see who can live in any one body the longest. Once they retired from their dreams of galactic empire, they developed an odd fascination with humanity. It began with crop circles and cow abductions, and ended up in appropriating the most problematic parts of 1950s Earth culture, surf rock, and traditional gender roles.
Is there a sandbox mode? I have no idea. I would be surprised if there isn't, but I don't honestly know, unfortunately. I wanted to say there was a story option. You know what? So I want to say on the front screen we had like the story option. We had one for our meta progression, and then there were 2 icons I couldn't choose because they were grayed out. I would guess that once we progress the story far enough, those would unlock, and it wouldn't surprise me if there was a sandbox mode in those other options. Or they could be another form of meta progression that I don't know. Ode. Inherited knowledge. Increased research generated for low research level conditions. Increased Eureka chance at higher level research conditions. Yeah, there might be. I don't know for sure. If someone does know the answer to that, it would be absolutely a-okay if you filled us in. Because this is my first time playing, and I've been playing for less than 30 minutes, so we're learning it together. Well-decorated rooms. Improve the rating by adequately decorating the rooms. Minimum 3 unique decorative objects per room. Improve this rating by placing curious decorative objects throughout the hospital. A psychology. Oh dear goodness. It is even scrolling to the bottom. It weirdly. I don't like that this is auto scrolling up. Like, I can understand the justification of going to the top and it auto scrolls down. I'd like to be able to turn it on and off or whatever. But, when you go to the bottom, it's scrolling up. My question is, why would I ever want that? If I'm reading down, suddenly I need to do this. And, like, you'd see that bottom one, I'm have to, like, keep scroll down, and, like, it instantly cuts off that line. So I don't love that. I am not reading that entire thing. So if you want your giant thing of lore, it tells you what planet they're from and all that. They've engineered out like all distinct sexual characteristics. But yeah. So yeah, and so psychology and society is flavor text versus the details is what you actually care about mechanically. All right. It wouldn't be so bad, but that was a lot of text.
Finally dying.
All right.
Humans, we love them. They are us, sometimes. Not always, though. Humans are a lot of things, and one of those things is that they're social beings. They'll improve our influence whenever they complete treatments. Also, they've accidentally engineered a dystopia where corporations have become kingdoms. So that's great. Sorry. That's a conversation for another time, I guess.
All right. So As humans, they have cultural curiosity, increases the influence generated during treatment. Species desire ordinary decorations. So if we put ordinary decorations throughout the hospital, they'll be happy. Food and drink. We improve this rating by placing nutritious filling objects such as vending machines throughout the hospital. And then we have like psychology and, you know, all of that.
It appears we've received a patient with a shattered arm. Let's inspect them and see if we can't mend their appendage.
Guess it's over.
Behold, the patient panel. I've highlighted the condition track. This fellow's condition requires them to be reboned, and for that, we'll need a boning chamber.
Okay.
The boning chamber, a retrofitted mining machine which chomps fresh, minty new skeletons directly into our patients. An assistant engineer fitted the schematic with internal cameras for personal reasons. That'll teach me to poach staff from Salazar. Anyway, that's all fixed, and it's mostly safe. Mostly.
There's a little to unpack in what just happened with that dialogue. So, the person has a shattered arm, so we're going to remove all of their bones and shove new bones in them using a mining machine that they have apparently said the engineer that designed it fitted it with a whole bunch of cameras in its first iteration for personal reasons. They did say they removed them.
The boning chamber. A fine room indeed. I do rather admire the machine in there. Rather charming, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll call him Harold. I haven't the foggiest idea why.
Okay, I just want to pause while I make this room. Yeah, no, it's very, very 2 Point Hospital-esque. There's no question that there is a very significant level of inspiration from 2 Point Hospital, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by another game. Okay, so minimum chamber size is 4 by 4. So let's not put it there, because I don't have a good place for doing that. So yes, that's 3. So up here I have a good spot. I'm assuming there's going to be restrooms or something. Oh, you are massive. Okay. I'm gonna make it our row of room there. Just so it has, like, the spacious room. They want me to add 3 things for decorations. So what we've been told is that curious decorations make our, make the one race happy, and then the other race ordinary decorations make them happy. I'm still gonna put the lights in here, even though they don't really matter. Just I want lights. Too many things and too many things are just not well lit. And you can put some posters in there. All right, so we can confirm that. And I want to add other decorations elsewhere in here.
You may find yourself running short on space in our initial hospital area. You can expand to other nearby areas by selecting them and paying a small fee. To whom, I'm not sure. Well, now that we've got a few treatment rooms up and running,
Alright, I need to hire another person. Alright, so let's see who we have on our list of people we can hire. We've got Ella Claire, who will increase damage to the treatment rooms, but nearby characters are happy around them. We have Caveman Doc, who gets a mood bonus when they're not hungry, but gains levels slower. And then Flawed One, who randomly kills patients, but does reduce damage to the treatment room. If we go to Diagnosis, I could see Flawed One there. I'm gonna grab Caveman Doc in this particular one, just because. All right.
let's talk about keeping our staff and patients happy. Let's inspect one of our doctors to grasp the full extent of their needs.
So he wants me to click a doctor.
Through this panel, we can see the various qualities and needs that define our doctor. This is their mood. A happy doctor will perform their job efficiently, whereas an unhappy doctor is more likely to make mistakes. If their mood gets too low, they may simply leave. You can see the various thoughts and feelings impacting their mood here. For example, witnessing the death of a patient may result in a degree of momentary sadness. Physical needs like hunger and energy are fulfilled by vending machines, staff lounges, toilets, and so on. By the looks of things, this individual needs to unwind in a staff lounge.
Okay.
This one's pretty straightforward. It's a staff lounge. Staff will go in there and lounge. There's a fire pit and everything. We considered a mindfulness cube, but people found the idea nightmarish. So they get this instead. I don't get it. I love the cube. I'll go in there sometimes just to scream at the walls. Great de-stressor.
I have lots of questions. Alright, so we're going to be making a lounge. It's got a lava table that apparently emits fire, because apparently that's the first thing we're going to do in our hospital or medical facility. It says, you know what we need? We need something that's effectively the same as an open flame in the middle of our medical facility as the first thing.
We'll need to build a staff lounge, lest our employees descend into absolute madness. We should also ensure we provide both staff and patients with places to sit, something to eat, and toilets in which they may relieve themselves.
Okay, so staff lounge needs to be 3 by 3. So where do I want to shove the staff lounge? Like right now, 3 by 3 up there would work. I'm gonna start with that. You want me to add 3 more tiles to make it happy. So what I'm gonna actually do, I'm gonna go over here. I am going to go ahead and just capture 1 more row of stuff. We are required to have the lava thing in the room. Okay. I was kind of hoping you could shove that up in that corner. Okay, it's showing that it actually really cares about pathing. I'm glad they're doing the pathing calculation, because it's always a bummer when you're playing these kinds of games and you get a room set up and then all your employees just kind of stand there. Oh, I can grab the whole room. I want the fire. There we go. Alright, so you want at least 1 staff lounge prop. Okay, so you want some decorations. Okay. Place at least 1 staff lounge prop. Yes, this just seems to be filters for all those things. It's not super clear what qualifies as a staff lounge prop though, because I do have the fire thing. It's got this marker for a staff lounge stuff. We do already have the lights though. Here, we're gonna put an advertisement tower in the room. Does that make it happy? Staff lounge prop. Does an unhappy doctor get turned into a test subject? No. I believe it's just a fire pit, but I don't know. Yeah, so that's the thing. Is I've got one. I keep grabbing the whole room. So let's try removing that. Okay, so once at least 1 staff lounge thing. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna put it back down here. Okay. Do all the doors look that way? Oh, I guess it's just the way the doors look. Because it almost looks like the door's not... Oh no, it doesn't seem to actually be happy about the room. Like the room does not appear to be done. Okay, we'll deal with that in a moment. Alright, so you want me to place 2 vending machines. So you want me to place some seating and some vending machines. Alright, let's see what we can do about this real fast. So, let's pop up here. We can grab... Alright, so that'll be too big there. Got seats on either side of that. Is that a vending machine? That is a toilet pod. Thanks to the government. Thanks to government overreach, providing organics with toilets is legally mandated. Okay. I was expecting there to be a bathroom room to deal with. Alright, so I need to place a singular toilet. I really don't know where I want to put this. So I've got a toilet. We can put a bin right behind reception. But where's the vending machines? All right. The good news, it seems like it's easy to move all these things. Alright.
The required facilities have been installed, and the number of organics who've relieved themselves in the hospital has slipped under the bar for legal concern. Bravo, Director. You have provided everything organics need for a state of mild comfort.
Yay, mild comfort. Alright. So it looks like I still have insufficient seating. So let's take care of that. Just what the world needed. Mild comfort. That'll probably take care of it. Alright. So we're getting our 10,000, some meta progression, and the craftium.
Director, it's time to meet your marginally useful maintenance crew. This is a Medibot. They've been purchased at low cost and reprogrammed to maintain our equipment and clean up various forms of vomit. The robot is waving. Medi, are you waving? Are you waving your awful little hands? It appears that Medi wishes to speak to you. Not to worry, I doubt it has much to say.
Hello, new director. It's me, Medi. Heel says I'm a toaster, and that I might actually be useful if I was dropped in someone's bathtub.
Yes, that comment is slightly off out of context, Director, but you may rest assured that Medi has no clue what's going on.
Well, I guess so. Also, Heel keeps saying I'm a fake boy, and being programmed to imitate humanity is a disgrace. He's my best friend.
Medi, you don't have any friends because you're not real.
Of course I do. 'Cause you're my friend. And so is this giant creature who's about to eat the station.
Bugger me! What in the world is going on? Hello there!
Okay.
It's okay, Heel. It's just a really big alien.
First of all, Medi, it's a colossal. Secondly, please refrain from use of the term alien in reference to non-human sapiens. Director, the alien is somehow hailing us, though not on any identifiable frequency. It's almost as though it's directly pushing buttons inside the station's systems. In the absence of any better ideas, perhaps it's best to, pick up the phone.
Yeah, so it's certainly wild.
Electronic and eukaryotic persons of Galacticare. I am Bazanoropsorgoria. Baz is also fine, in the interests of brevity. I developed these painful glowing spots about 4,000 years ago. I wondered if you could come and have a look at me.
Director, this is an opportunity we can't pass up. Colossals are notoriously elusive. Few even get to talk to them, let alone get all up in their biology. Let's help him out. First, you'll need to dispatch a ship from the shuttle bay to take a biopsy. That'll let us take a look at all the deliciously novel gubbins inside our new friend.
Yeah, let's not say that, Darth. That's
Director, you may launch the shuttle.
not
when
being
ready.
great. Okay, something's wrong. It seems the hospital... Yeah, something's wrong. It seems like the hospital, according to the bottom right script... Something's wrong. It seems... Yeah, no, I saw the skull icon. I'm wondering even though the person was in diagnostics, they could still kill people randomly. That's what I was wondering. It's like, 'cause like, oh, 2% chance that they just kill a patient was one of the things we ran into. Was one of our people. I'm suspecting they have killed a patient. Sometimes a problem is too big for the hospital, and you'll need to dispatch a shuttle in order to deal with it in the vacuum of space. You can do this by clicking on the icon above the shuttle. Hey, Infinity Simplex, how's it going?
And away she goes! Our shuttle will collect the sample from Baz via a gentle, non-invasive surgical translocation beam. It feels great. Like scratching an itch. Don't ask me how I know.
Ooh, that feels nice. A bit like scratching an old itch.
Told ya. The shuttle is back with the sample we just took. It'll now be unloaded from the shuttle in an adorable canister. AI-driven medical devices, which behave much like patients do, just with less, brains. We'll need to send it to diagnosis to figure out our next steps. Remember, you can always select the relevant task in the objective window for more information.
Director, we'll want that canister to make it through its diagnosis as quickly as possible. Fortunately, you can set it as a priority.
Okay, so I need to inspect the canister. And we can prioritize it somehow. There we go. So I guess we're just waiting on that. We did lose a little bit of that. Okay, common thoughts. We have poor ordinary decorations and poor curious decorations. How dare they judge our decorations? It's fine. So I can go to our ordinary decorations. Oh. Pretty sure I have that one backwards. And let's add a couple curious decorations. Alright, so we got a couple curious decorations there. Nowhere to sit, undecorated area. So we do not have enough seats for everyone, so let's go ahead and plunk down more seats. There we go. Yeah, I don't know the undecorated area is probably up here or over there. Also, we could probably fix that as well. It is weird to me that, like, throwing a filing cabinet or whatever on the wall. Do we need more seating? It looked like we just need a tiny bit more, but I add a bunch more just to be safe. Alright, so... lightly decorated area. Look, come on, man. What do you want from me? Here. You can have a second cabinet. Don't say I didn't do anything for you. Why is it like you're not getting in at all?
Prioritizing a patient or canister in this manner will place it at the front of any queue it joins. You should use this for, well, anything you like, really, but emergencies in particular. Hit the priority button here to make sure the canister is seen to as quickly as possible.
I've got you prioritized. There it goes.
Baz's skin is remarkable. I've already identified 7 brand new proteins. This will redefine our understanding of what meat can be. Despite his freaky space flesh, I don't see why we couldn't fix him up with a new cocktail from our skin lab. Now it's time for those canisters to go in the other direction. Let's fill some up, load them into a shuttle, and hose down our new friend with a pharmaceutical cocktail strong enough to melt turbo steel beams.
Space hospital? Yes. The characters in this scene, like, something and a half. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole idea, is it's supposed to be, it's very clearly meant to be, like, satirical and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and prioritize all those to treat their space warts. But yeah, I mean, considering our treatment is someone came in where they broke their arm, and so we are extracting the bones from their body and replacing them as our means of fixing it. And, that people with skin conditions, we are blasting them with a chemical agent that disintegrates all of their skin and growing them new skin. It's definitely a thing. Yeah, no, it's very, very 2 Point Hospital-esque. Why do I have no doctor in here? Oh, you are on break? Ma'am. Does this look like the kind of hospital that we allow our doctors to have breaks? On the thing putting the new bones in is a reprogrammed mining machine? Yup. Whose engineer put cameras in there for personal reasons, so they had to go and, you know, remove those. Yeah, so this is just staff is en route is what that means. It appears that I do not... Every hospital ever, no break, only work, and no raise. Oh, absolutely not. Your overtime will not be paid. So it looks like the way you get paid isn't per treatment. Well, I mean, actually, that's marking as per treatment. But it looks like we do get like, our main pay cycle... Oh, the pay cycle is probably for our staff. So we get paid per treatment, and then go that. Moderate wait times. I mean, I assume it's because I've queued up 4 of these things to get the...
Director, heal? Some mean-looking mollusks just entered the hospital.
Yes, Mary. Those are vomitongues. They'll bite any sapiens they encounter, causing their victim to evacuate their guts directly onto the floor. Director, Medi is perfectly capable of dispatching these vomitongues himself, but if you fancy it, you can use the station's coils to eject the pests from our mortal coil. Just a little death-based pun for your private enjoyment.
So we did have a patient die in diagnosis due to a malfunction. Keeping in mind that Dr. Scavenging Mechanic has a 2% chance of randomly killing their patient. This game is weird, and payment's in green, but your currency is yellow. Yeah, it's a weird choice. So what am I supposed to do with this? No, don't demolish the room. I was just like, dismiss the patient. Yes, let's dismiss the dead patient. I don't know how I remove a casualty. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've looked at your condition and we have determined it is untreatable, as you are already dead.
Our canisters are brimming with our new colossal regeneration fluids and waiting in your docking bay. Let's get them sent out. I can't wait to see if this works. If it doesn't, we may all be going to jail. Exciting!
Director, you may launch the shuttle when ready.
Yay, maybe help, maybe jail. Yeah, it looks like they cleaned it up.
She's away! Keep an eye on the display, Director. We'll see the fruits of our labors any moment now.
All right. Hey, Alana, how's it going?
Oh, that medicine of yours really hits the spot. Glad to be rid of that itch. It felt like there was something different about you. And there's the proof. Before I go, I collect trinkets. Things traded or earned. I find these exchanges build interesting bonds between cultures. Have some of this stabilizing solution as thanks.
Cool. For those who don't know Lanarama, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. If I can get a shout out for Lanarama, that'd be great. Fellow member of the Halcyon Frequency stream team, the stream team I am on. Plays a lot of RimWorld as well as additional other games, so if you're ever looking for any of that, you can find that there. But definitely a good time over there in Alana stream. Let's see, so we got Stabilizing Solution, postpones untimely death, allowing additional time for treatment, may cause hair loss, and then we got
Don't forget to
money and
collect your
Metaperk.
goodies, Director.
Well, I'm off. Thank you, Galacticare. I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
Well, we've just treated a higher dimensional talking cetacean. I'm going to hold my breath until my heart rate comes down and map out these new organs. Maybe I'll name one after you.
A delightful performance to watch, Director. The stabilizing solution Baz gave us has remarkable properties. It'll fully replenish the health of any patients you use it on. Rather handy if there are specific people you'd rather didn't, die. Should you ever have need of more, you can make use of the craftium we've been collecting to fabricate them from the inventory panel.
Okay. Oh, to be named after an organ. Alright, let me go ahead and get that shout out real fast. And again, for those who don't know Lanarama, fantastic creator, friend of the channel and all that stuff, fellow member of the Halcyon Frequency team and all that.
The details of a new room. Something about investing in people. What a novel concept.
Okay.
The training room is an environment in which our staff can gain experience with safe, gentle, ethical brainwashing with the memories of experts in their field. It can be a bit much for their neuroplasticity to fully absorb, as well as pass out which families actually belong to them. Nothing too serious, though.
So we're not training them, we're just shoving memories of trained people into their head. And you know, maybe not, it works out.
Trained with other people's memories? Can I go?
No. Director, let's get a training room built so we can help our staff become their best selves, whether they like it or not.
I greatly appreciate the snark of this game. Alright, so I'll make it a spacious room. We can shove a door there. Alright. So you want some decorations. Got some wall art. Place one. Oh, we can actually. It's saying, you know, we could go ahead and put multiple training matrices. How would our people actually reach it? I have a suspicion. Yeah, so they can't cross over there. So I would need to make the training room probably quite a bit bigger if I was going to facilitate that. I'm going to avoid doing the second training machine right now. I'll have to make the room a lot bigger to accommodate 2 or more of them.
A fine, fresh training room. Now, let's teleport a doctor in. They'll begin training immediately.
Assign a doctor to the training room. Scavenging mechanic. Pop on over. In the meantime, that does mean I have more things that need people working them.
Director, heal? There's a little creature floating around in here. Should I zap it?
That's a Solak. Director, these critters are entirely harmless, and we'll deposit a large number of credits into our account.
Of their own. This is why they can open bank accounts of their own. Spanking. Solarks are attracted by clean, tidy corridors. Collecting them will give you money.
Catch them. That's why they can open accounts of their own. The banking sector is a disaster.
Alright, so what I was saying is, I am going to need an extra doctor, because if I have doctors going in and out...
Galacticare, I thought I'd pop back in and offer you some of my wares, as thanks for helping me out.
Okay.
I'll exchange any item for some credits, and just for you, there's always a freebie. Right now, I've got a holodoc, I think you call it. Oh, and I've also got a Medibot. Found him adrift in space a while ago. He was just spinning, really. Purchase an item, and I'll transport it over to your inventory. As for the holodoc, I must insist that you take it. He keeps popping into existence inside my spleen.
Okay. So we have a subsonic dampener, dramatically increases room durability by means of literal vibes. Pest trap lures pests in a wide area, instantly killing them upon contact. Efficiency regulator allows a room to rack up credits like real estate your grandparents bought for 2 chickens. We can get a Medibot. We can get stabilizing solution and a repair kit. I mean, I want that.
Smashing.
We'll go with that.
Thank you. Come again.
Upgrades. Welcome to your hospital. Here you'll find a variety of craftable items which can be used to upgrade your rooms, keep your corridors clean, and even rescue patients from the brink of death. You'll also be able to use any crafting you collect to craft more of any craft tech item you've encountered, and salvage any items you don't want to use. Okay, so I assume the idea would be I would put the
holodoc emitter Baz has gifted us is a valuable piece of kit. A room upgrade. Place it in one of our treatment rooms and it'll kick into action. Holodocs are driven by advanced predictive AI. They're not sapient and thus require neither pain or rest. This would make them perfect doctors if not for the limitations on their AI, which prevent them from learning or demonstrating any personality whatsoever. These qualities do make them excellent corporate executives, however.
I really appreciate the snark.
One of our doctors doctors has leveled up. Let's take a closer look. Select them when you're ready. Level 1 doctors will start out as trainees, and upon reaching level 2, you're able to assign them an expertise, which will allow them to work far more effectively in one specific room. Select an expertise to continue. Here, you can see the options for this doctor's expertise, which are based on the rooms they've worked in while in your hospital. Choose one to continue.
Okay, you'll be my skin lab doctor.
There's a fine choice. Try to assign experts to the relevant rooms. It'll help keep your patients alive and your workforce content.
Alright, so that is... Alright, so it's already correctly assigned. Cool. But yeah, so the idea is we can have the AI doctor. They're not as good, but they have, like, you know, they fill in. So it's almost like you just put those in the rooms. That way when doctors go on break, the whole thing doesn't just shut down. You're already in the boning chamber, so you can be a boning chamber specialist. Congratulations. You, on the other hand, do not have an assigned room of any kind. I'll put you in diagnosis because I suspect I will need a second diagnosis person. It is slightly concerning that I'm making all of my diagnosis people who have a random chance to kill everyone. So, you know, that's probably fine. What room are you assigned to? What is your assignment?
Director, something we haven't yet covered is Medibot nodes.
Hey, that's me!
Yes, it is, Medi. Well done. Director, select a Medibot to continue.
Okay.
Here, we can see the configuration of this Medibot. Adjusting this will focus them on specific tasks. You can also use this window to change the appearance of your Medibots, in the event that you share that particular fascination with our previous director.
Alright. So basically, I consider and say, Medibots do everything, or if I like want to prioritize a whole bunch of them to do different stuff, we can do that. We can apparently rename our Medibots. I can move them around.
And with that, we've completed our orientation protocol. Excellent work.
Sorry. All of our Medibots now must look angry. It's just, I don't make the rules. I mean, I do, but we're now in a hospital where all of the helper bots just walk, like, zip around and glare at you angrily. It helps with the performance of that stuff. So we are gonna get new blueprints from this. All right. It reminds me of a lot of the show that binged in Prime. The second best hospital in the galaxy. Excellent. Hey, Rual, how's it going? So let's go ahead and add a little bit more seating because they seem to be unhappy about that.
We're receiving a call from Dorian Salazar, the CEO of Salazon.
This is Dorian Salazar, CEO. With which space creature am I speaking?
Mr. Salazar, a very fine day to you, sir. You're through to the director's office. If you're...
A robot? Well, that's a daring hire. Listen well, computer boy, to my terrible problems. My workers were performing an orbital trash discharge, and in a totally unforeseeable disaster, they were coated in unknown sludges. After they completed their assigned shifts, an intern noticed that their bodies had warped into some manner of transparent slime. Here then is my offer to your fine company. If you're able to keep some workers alive for their shifts tomorrow, I'll send you some space money.
Of course. We'll send over a contract and then we can...
That won't be necessary. Good luck to you and goodbye.
Well, that's delightful. Director, it sounds like we're in for an influx of emergency patients.
Okay, so we got a bunch of emergency patients showing up. I don't know what that means so far as what we've got going on. Obviously, we're going to want to scale up our operations at some point. What is this trying to tell me? You've got an icon here. I'm assuming this tells me that basically this room is overbooked. That I have more people who need care than I have people to do said care. Is there a way I could just copy the room? Yes. Excellent. Boom. And just like that, we have more stuff to help out. And then doctors. Let's see. So we got Ella Claire. I'm gonna go do that. They'll break the equipment in the room more, but that's fine. There we go. I probably am also gonna need another diagnosis room relatively soon. Is this theme hospital but in space? It is a hospital game in space. I'll want to move that door around later and all that. We'll probably also want to squeeze another room in over here.
Director, the emergency patients from Salazon are now arriving, and they're in a wretched state. We'll be lucky if most of them don't drop dead in the corridor. Let's save as many as we can. Be sure to prioritize them so they're seen to as quick.
Okay. Just
As possible. And I think now's the time to use that stabilizing solution we received from Baz.
I understand. The game is like, here's the thing we've given you to help. Yeah, so we're treating the emergency patients as fast as we can. Like I said, I believe I'm going to need to get a second diagnosis room. What happens if you press this shiny button? Hey, Draconic having 90 stream streak, 9-0, catching all of the last 90 streams. That is a really cool texture. They have Space Invasion. We apparently researched Shattered Arms better. Oh, hey, what? Okay, so these were all grayed out earlier. So apparently we've learned a bunch of different diseases out there. Aroma borealis, shattered arms, cranial fracture, regolithic, space invasion, star warts, and then jellification. And they apparently have the danger rating and all that. We have the room overview, which is giving us basically stats for our rooms. I don't know what the 6 implies. Is that the quality of the room? Oh, patients in queue. Yes, so we have 10 patients in queue for the bone lab. Or, sorry, for the skin lab. So we do have a queue with a lot of stuff. And we have people who are gradually progressing and all that, where our patients are, and how our doctors are doing. Okay, so we can lock doctors to a specific room. Understood. We're learning. Let's see, if you have an MH for Star Trek Voyager, but less sarcasm. Hey, Jay Walker, how's it going? Hey, JD, how's it going as well? And all that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, it's been pretty fun. It's very 2 Point Hospital-esque, just, you know, space. But like they have a bunch of like silly satirical diseases and all that. The treatment methods are very questionable. For those who missed, when someone comes in with a broken arm, we use a mining drone to extract all of the bones from their body and then put new bones inside of them. So it's definitely kind. When they come in with something like warts on their body, we use a chemical agent to melt off all of their skin and then grow them new skin. You know, a perfectly reasonable approach. Oh, so they're complaining about seating over in this area. So let's go ahead and plunk down some seats there. And then they're going to all be like, but there's no decorations. Meh, 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 meh. So we're going to go ahead and drop a couple cabinets here to make the humans happy. And then we can go over here. And that should make the, whatever these other ones, was it Odes? Yeah, the Odes happy.
Finally dying.
So what are you waiting on? You are waiting on the boning chamber. Well, I've already got you set to priority. I don't think you're gonna make it, friend.
Guess it's over.
I'm glad you're so chill about the fact that you're dying, but it does worry me that you're so chill about dying. Doctor needed. Room needs a doctor to function. You literally have an automatic doctor or whatever. Alright, meanwhile, I think we need a second boning chamber. So let's try and get that to happen. Okay, so you can't do clever things. It literally does need to be 4x4. Okay. So it does have to have at least...
This is Dorian Salazar expressing some legally mandated gratitude that you managed to save one of those workers. Their colleagues appreciate you. Keep it up and so on.
Hurry.
Guess it's over. Guess it's over.
So you're next on the queue. You might make it, friend. You don't have much time left. You're at 6% health. We'll get to see if Top Spank Shakespeare makes it. Oh yeah, I forgot a bunch of our patients are going to be named after people in chat. So let's see what we can't find. So we got Sorrow Snow hearing. You're at 2%. Come on, you can make it. Definitely don't keep the focus on that.
Sick as a dog.
Are you good? With your 2% health, are you good? Yeah, I think he made it as well. It's just a little unclear some of the stuff. Oh hey, look.
Rest in peace to that plucky fellow. I pretend to be angry about their excruciating death, but I think we all knew it was on the cards.
Okay, so one of them did not survive the deboning process because the machine broke down while they were in it. Do no harm. You killed a patient.
Now
Oops.
informed us that they'll be ready for work in 2 hours. Rather better than expected, Galacticares. Saves us a good bit of time on ordering new interns.
Yeah, so they did not survive, unfortunately. And then the machine broke down while they were in it, so they died. Alright, so you're working the skin lab, so I'll let you go ahead and keep doing skin lab things.
Not bad, Galacticares. We'll barely have to pay any compensation to their aggrieved relatives. Your dosh is in the tubes, along with a coupon for my preferred moustache oils.
Okay. Let's see, you didn't think this was the kind of game where you get a double kill?
Quite the ride, Director. I'm up to my pineal gland in new data. Either that or I'm overdosing on hypercaf. I'm going to dive right into genome mapping Baz. His cells keep phasing through the collector, so it might take a bit of tinkering. Heal will apprise you of our next job. But for now, thanks for making this real. You're bringing our dream to life. Now, let's change the galaxy.
Excellent work, Director. Ms. Orion seems thrilled, and we've already booked another contract. A music festival in Earth space, if you can believe it.
What's a music festival, Heel?
In this case, Medi, I dread to imagine. Earmuff mode on standby. I'd rather your circuits weren't blown out by exposure to Odeon harsh noise. Director, should you prefer to hang about and continue working in your fine hospital, we'll remain on site with you until you choose to move on.
Okay, so basically it's like, hey, you finished this level and you go on to the next level. Yeah, just a little arm. But yeah, no, that's a good one. Let's see, would you like to continue this building this hospital in sandbox mode or progress the next stage? So where people asked about sandbox mode, very clearly it's going to flip this hospital to sandbox mode now, and then the assumption would be if I had chosen, we could go outside and say, I'd like to do this base template hospital or whatever as sandbox mode. So that's cool. Let's go to the next level, because I assume we won't see new disease or anything like that until we pop over. You know, advance the story and all that. Okay, so Chapter 2, Burning Moon. I also see Baby Lou Getaway. Alright. Yeah, so we now have the Pathodex. Oh, okay, so there is 49 different diseases you run into the game based on what we're seeing. And we do learn a little bit more different stuff. Yeah, so it just basically tells us there's, you know, chances of successfully treating people is massively increased. But yeah, so for like Starwarts, Regolith, whatever, and that we replace their skin. Yeah, so almost all of these were like replace their skin. So basically this person gets we basically get like bad body odor and everything, so we just take off their skin and replace it. Ah, that's why the other one died. So with the jellification, I have to replace their bones, then replace their skin. So yeah. So that's a whole thing. So some of them can be a multi-stage process. So that's why the one didn't make it. They got their first treatment, but they didn't survive the second treatment. We did get a Colossus, we did get some Odes, and apparently we will get more decorations and all that kind of stuff as we advance the different species treatments and all that. Okay.
Good to see you back, Director. We're about to arrive at the Burning Moon Festival. It's operated by an old fellow, Leonard Moon, a notorious eccentric and, reportedly, rather neurotic in the not-so-good sense. Besides an awful amount of noise, chemicals, rampant fornication, and various other sapient indulgences, I can't even begin to imagine what more we might encounter. You know, once upon a time, Ms. Orion was nearly decapitated at one of these things. Total madhouse.
Yeah, so with the sandbox, it looks like once you've done a story here, you can choose to replay the story if you want to start fresh and do the story mode again. But then right here is your restart sandbox. So then I would get this default hospital layout, and then, you know, be able to do a sandbox mode. So that's good. So then continuing the story unlocks more maps effectively for you to do in sandbox. Hey, CapCut, how's it going? All right.
Director, welcome to the show. I am pleased to report that our acoustic barriers are fully engaged, and we are thus safe from any potential cerebral hemorrhaging. The dull thump, thump, thump you can hear is coming from the Burning Moon Festival, named for, well, I suppose you can look out the window.
Wow, it's so bright! Heel, why are they setting the moon on fire?
Medi, it's just one of life's many thrilling mysteries. Get the mop.
Okay.
Our contract is for the duration of the festival, which is split between various acts. I'll pop that information up on the objectives window. We're expecting calls from Leonard Moon, the festival's owner, as the revelries develop.
Wow, man, that's a turnout. I'm gonna give a big wet hug to all the planets and people in the galaxy. If you don't set something on fire, I am gonna kick you out. Alright, love you. Bye.
Yes, that'll be him. Wonderful chap. A very clever and handsome fellow, by all accounts. Never met him myself.
Wow, hey, so things are already popping off down here, and some kind of metal situation has happened, but not in a good way. We kind of want to get this cleared up before people start getting spooked that the festival is dangerous or something. So yeah, open up when you can, please. Thanks a bunch.
It does look rather gnarly down there, Director. Though, now that I think of it, Ms. Orion has been working on a rather illuminating new piece of technology.
Alright.
Laser surgery. Scalpels weren't cutting it, so to speak. So, we switched over to high-intensity mining lasers to handle some of the crustier conditions people come down with. As it turns out, having industrial energy devices blasting away at your skin made people anxious. So I also took the initiative to make it a kind of immersive musical experience. Kind of like dressing up an MRI machine as a pirate ship.
Okay. So we're going to have people being surgically opened up with mining lasers, but it's okay because they're playing something like synthwave or something in the background.
I'm not sure how Ms. Orion managed to turn lasers into a healthcare solution, but here we are. Let's build some so that we can treat our incoming patients.
Alright, so. Is it going to tell me more, or are we just good?
We're ready to open up at your command, Director.
We're not ready to open up. Okay, so we're going to need to add... right at the front, the reception desk. Can I put it out here? Okay, so cannot be placed out here anywhere. So we actually have a back area over here as well. I feel like I want to put reception over here. Yeah, you can put reception over here. We can have like a waiting. So yeah, we'll have reception. We'll have diagnostics, probably the mining laser thing and all that. That feels like it might not be a bad move. We need a toilet. So I have like the basic need stuff like right at the front here. We'll add like some decorations and all that later. And my thought is to put diagnostics over along this side and our treatments over there, you know, and wherever else we got to put it. That way, come in, reception, diagnostics, and then, you know, they'll go whatever direction they need to go once we've basically told them they're going to absolutely die and there's nothing we can do to save you. But, you know, that's a later problem. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Thank you Pork Chop Suey for subscribing for 1 month.
Thank you, Pork Chop Chewy, for the Prime Gaming sub. You only get one of those to use each month, and you chose to use it here. So that means a whole heck of a lot, so I really do appreciate that. I do hope you have been enjoying the stream, and I hope you enjoy your advertisement-free viewing, as well as access to the emotes. So thank that. Been a while. Yeah, it's good to see you. Alright, so we've got this going on here. Let's go ahead and add a light to the room, just because I like having lights in rooms. This time we're going to make sure at all times that every one of our doctor's rooms does have advertisements in it. That's just the way we're going to be running our hospital from now on. And I will also put some non-specific biocanisters in the corner of the room as well. Excellent. Just what we needed. We can also add a room upgrade. Yeah, so we could craft these. I wonder if realistically we could run the thing almost entirely on upgrades. Judges every move the doctor takes like a disappointed parent, increases experience gain. So we have efficiency, and then the holodoc can fill in. So I don't have... Oh, so okay, so the Craftium does not carry over place from place. That does make sense. So I can't do an upgrading if I want to. That's fine. So we are done building the room. So there's the diagnosis room. From here, it wants us to build the laser surgery room. So that needs to be a 3x3 room. Okay, that doesn't really need that much space. That's good, because I could turn this way, and you could put decorations in the hallway and all that. Alright, so we need decorations again. So I'll put a light on one wall. We will have our absolutely required advertisements. And I need another decoration of some kind. I'm also trying to mix in the different types of decorations that the species here have preferences for, to just kind of make nicer rooms. But so you looked in the old Warframe Discord and saw your old announcement. I thought I'd see if you were on, and hey, you were. Oh, gotcha. Oh, Pork Chop Suey. It didn't even strike me for a moment. Yeah, no, I used to play Warframe with you forever ago. It has been a long time. It's good to see you. Like, Ramona's like, where do I know this person from? Yeah, no, I've actually debated closing that Discord a couple of times just because, I mean, it's had, what, one post in the last 2 years or something like that? But, I don't know, for some reason I don't. Alright, so for right now, we'll open the hospital. I'm assuming we're going to, like, I probably just need to get the boning chamber and all that up. Your surgery brought to you by generic soda brand. Yep. So you need to be 4x4. So that makes a spacious room. We'll go ahead and do this. Nostalgia is a powerful emotion. Uh-huh. A little bit. So we can shove that over there. And per the ordinary, immediately get confronted with ads when you walk into the room for your medical attention. And we will also add whatever the heck this thing is. So that gives us the deboning chamber. And we will add a room for treating skin conditions. Alright, so this will be a harder one to shove an advertisement into. It really is a major concern. So we can shove an ad there. And I think I might be able to squeeze this along the side here. No. There we go. Alright. Getting the important things done. Oh, I could have put like a big open sign on the wall. I'll have to do that for one of the other rooms. In the meantime, let's add a light. It's like the dentist's office, except the dental parodies of ads and such. Yeah. Alright. So I've got all that. No, don't confirm the room. Okay, so we've got all that. We still are missing a couple things to make the hospital where it needs to be. We can put a vending machine here for the people waiting on diagnosis. And then we'll put another vending machine over here for the people waiting for treatment. We can add some nice advertising around here. Where's our advertisement? We'll add...
Thank you Draconic Dork for subscribing for 8 months.
Thank you, Draconic.
Thanks for reminding me. Rhetorical.
Thanks for Draconic for the, You can? No way. People should do that. I missed Twitch. Speaking of ads, did you know you could use your Twitch Prime to support Rual and avoid ads? Thank you. Thank you for the Twitch Prime plug. But thank you so much, Draconic Door, for the Prime Gaming sub. You only get one of those a month and you use it here, and that does mean a whole lot. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. I do hope you enjoy your nice advertised free viewing as well as access to the emotes. So thank you so much for that support. You know what I could do? It probably won't look that good. We can go ahead and looking for stuff I could shove here. There we go. So just going and putting a whole bunch of junk here. I like that it's like we could put like the generic cabinets there. It's like, nope. Nope, it is gonna be heavily commercialized. Plants? Gross. Who wants plants? Why would we plants when we could sell ad space? For the record, the game, as far as I can tell, doesn't give you any like compensation or anything like that for running ads or whatever. That's just not a thing. It's just literally the humans prefer what's considered ordinary decoration, which includes advertisements. So let's pop down here. I need to get a little bit of decoration happening over this way. Because like all of this qualifies as you know, like ordinary decorations and all that. But instead, marketing. Marketing as far as the eye can see. Actually, what we'll probably do is shift this. Well, actually, I'll put this down here for right now. They'll probably be fine. But I'll plan to have another diagnosis room right there. So you can go ahead and do that. Let's get... Can you fit around there? I think they could squeeze through there. That's fine. We can go here. Cool. So that should take care of that. Let us open up.
Our patients await, Director. Are we ready?
And before we go too far, I didn't hire any staff.
Excellent. I'll let Mr. Moon know that we're operating and ready to receive patients from the festival.
Oh hey, you guys are open now. Apparently, that's good actually, because people were like dying down here. My security guards are gonna try and get them up to you, but a lot of them are very heavy from having metal all over their face, so we'll get them to you when we can. Thanks.
So I have a problem. I need to hire the staff, and I believe we have hit a bug, considering that's supposed to have a bunch of names and skills, and instead it just says placeholder text, hire or reject. I'm going to reject all, and just see if it refreshes, if it fixes it. Nope. Let's try saving, exiting back to the main menu, and let's see if it makes it better here in just a second. Because I'm a little concerned if I hire a staff member called placeholder text with no skills and all that, I'm not sure what the game is going to do. So that's an interesting issue. So the game isn't out yet, but it is dropping tomorrow. So hopefully they've got that sorted. Okay, so let's try again. Nope. All right. What happens if we hit higher? Oh, so interestingly enough, on the bottom it says hire Galacticare, rank 1 human, and place them in the hospital. Sure. You can have diagnosis. We're definitely hiring Moriarty. You can work in laser surgery.
Our first patients are
We've got Calarius Star. We're gonna put you in deboning.
arriving now, Director. Should they have access to a reception desk and a diagnosis room, they may begin their adventure of not prematurely dropping dead.
And we'll hire Physip. And you can work in skincare. Oh, I also just remembered I need to make a staff room. The staff room is 3x3. Maybe put the staff room over here. And then you want some decorations added. Even the staff room will not be free of advertisements, just to be clear. There will be no escape from marketing. And I'm gonna put giant open sign on the wall so the staff knows that we're always open. It's important. All right. Why are you complaining about seating? You're the doctor. And they're seating right here.
Hey, so we got all the people who got encased in liquid metal rounded up, and they've been, like, aggressively shoved into your shuttles. So they're on their way now. Please fix them. We need their post-festival reviews for our socials. Thanks.
Nothing like relaxing to ads and neon lights. Uh-huh. Just the scrawling marquee of ads everywhere in this place. So it seems like they're complaining about this.
The patients who got coated with liquid metal have just arrived.
Our first patients are beginning to arrive, and some of them are species we've not yet encountered. Ms. Orion's uploaded a couple of dossiers for us to get acquainted with.
Alright, 1 second. So they're complaining about seating. I think it's just this hallway they're complaining about the seating in, even though they have no business really sitting in this hallway. Meanwhile, I can put a trash can here, and I'll put a toilet here. Alright.
The Diani are a plant-based species. They're often loners, vagrants, artists, explorers, and their family dynamic has a lot to do with their isolation. They're created by a living planet. It won't talk to them. It won't give them purpose. They just pop out of the ground without a reason for their existence. Despite their solitary nature, other species really like being around them. Pheromones or something, who knows?
Okay, so increases the mood of nearby patients and doctors. Radius increased when sitting down. Species desires improve the ratings by placing seats throughout your hospital. Plant decorations improve the rating. Okay, so now I need to start putting plants. So let's go ahead and all that. That's a toilet. Yeah. So they go in there and it's like a cover pops up or whatever. It's basically a porta potty. A really fancy sciencey porta potty. See if that's enough to make them happy.
Kuba Bali. These hearty sauroids are patient, precise, and durable. They rarely need a break, and it takes their bladders an almost supernaturally long time to fill up. So there's that. They adore order and live in discrete tribes, all with their own rituals, which have been brought into a cultural structure. known as concatenated ordering. The exact details of how that all works aren't entirely understood, but it seems to work for them, so more power to them.
All right, pork chop. Yeah, no, I haven't heard from Divier Cleric in forever, unfortunately. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's good having you pop in and all that. So thanks for the well wishes and all that. So let's see. Dramatic reduced need for health. Dramatically reduced need and health deterioration when idle. No negative mood impact for long waits. Improve this rating by low congestion. Improve this rating by widening your corridors and reducing congestion. They prefer spacious rooms. Okay. So basically, if we get like really busy areas in the hospital, they get big sad.
Feels bad.
All right. Meanwhile, we can look at our room overview. So diagnosis seems to be the bottleneck in our other place. Like everything else, pretty tame, which is kind of what I figured was going to happen. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to say copy this room and smack it down right there and hire us a second doctor. So now I have 2 diagnosis rooms. I'll need to add decorations over here as well. So staff. So we have any actual Mr. Nice Gamer. That's who's going to be running this room. Welcome to Diagnosis. As a reminder, this is grabbing names from people and like putting them there. I do wish it would limit it, or at least give me the option to limit it to people that actually like said something in chat and all that. So that way we're not, not necessarily calling people out or whatever for lurking. But doesn't have that functionality. Put a bathroom here. Put a toilet over here. The vending machine should be close enough. Let's pop over to some regular decorations. And we'll put that there. And that there. All right. Okay, we don't have enough doctors. Because the moment someone needs to take a break. Now we got Rongor. When someone goes to take a break, we have a problem. So we do have a spare doctor now to pop in whenever we need another doctor. Okay. So that should help a great deal. That we could diagnose people faster and run them through the process faster. And so then the hope from here would be, as we go along, we figure out like the next bottleneck or whatever, I would make an additional room from that. I assuming we'll also have more stuff going on. I have to watch my spending a little bit. We are dealing with that. Do you want more seating to be next to the diagnosis room? So I did add some seating. We'll see if I need even more. I probably do. I think these are too close and they're making it hard for the people to move around.
Wow, you guys are just lasering the metal off our crowd? That's so cool, I'm not even sure if I care if they die. I guess we hired the right people, huh?
Alright. Yeah, so far we're not getting any backups there. Honestly, we're actually managing to handle all the patients to the point that reception has like no wait. We don't even really have that many patients sitting around other than over here. We are running into a bit of a backlog at laser surgery, which isn't a super big shocker considering, that's like been the big theme for the beginning of this. But we'll figure it out. Oh, we should probably have another seat over here, shouldn't we? Oh, no, never mind. I got seating in the middle. I don't need it against the walls and everywhere else. Alright. Yeah, so we've got 4 people waiting at the skin lab, 4 people waiting at laser surgery.
Half of those guys are better now, which is great. Also, they were in the cheap seats, so if you kind of want to take a break, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hello there. I hope you're all well.
All right.
Away.
So is,
Perfect. I'll chuck it in.
yeah, so we got some free items that they're giving me.
A fine invention.
Oh, I can only take 1 free item. Okay. So we have the technique monitor that increases our
Pick
XP.
that up just for you.
We have the one where we get paid a little bit extra for stuff going on. And then I'll do the one we get paid more. I don't think we need more bots. Let's see. A cleanliness beacon automatically cleans rubbish, vomit, and remains from a large radius. Technique monitor, holodoctor emitter. Well, I can't really afford to do a lot of
Hope it
those
helps you out.
because if they ask me to have any more rooms that I don't already have, then we're just kind of out of luck. I'm gonna put the efficiency thing in here, since it seems to be like we're gonna be dealing with like that metal disease a lot. So let's try and get the whole thing. Make my, but yeah, no, it seems like all of our seating issues are over here, and honestly, not that big a deal. We have just a little bit of a backlog for the skin room. I do really appreciate that this screen makes it really easy to check in on things. So like we can look at the skin. The skin lab seems to be the bottleneck right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this, which is grab it,
Back to the dome for me, Galacticare.
slap down a copy, hire a new doctor. Okay.
Bravo on handling that emergency. It's in the bag. Mr. Moon is apparently occupied by his exhausting labors, but he's provided a pre-recorded message for you. I'll play it now.
In the event that you guys do a great job, hey, wow, great job. Thanks for doing whatever it is you did. I'm sure it'll be great for the festival. Thanks, here's money. Goodbye.
Okay. But all right. So we can get a hollow doctor and a bunch of money and all that sort of stuff. So let's grab the hollow doctor. And I'm gonna also toss it. Okay, so the rooms can only have one
Another
upgrade.
call from our client. There's an issue with a singer, apparently.
All right.
Wow, hey, it's me again. So one of our headline acts, Twiggy Pop or something, is sick, like big time. She's already finished her set, so it's not the worst thing if she dies, I guess. It wouldn't be great for our media coverage, though, so please keep her alive for like 2 hours or so. Thanks.
Yes. What a delightful fellow. Director, when it comes to VIP treatments, the faster we treat the patient concerned, the better our rewards will be. It's probably worth pulling out all the stops to make sure Twiggy gets the best and fastest treatment possible.
Okay. So save Twiggy Pop. Do we already have Twiggy Pop as one of our patients? Oh, yeah, we can look at... So, for patients, we got a bunch of different people in here. I do really enjoy that. Like I said, I think the only thing I'd want to change is just that when it comes to these, that, you'd have to either be active in chat, do a redeem, like anything to, like, put yourself out there. Oh. Lomblies are attracted by positive vibes and happy patients. Collecting them will grant you 1 Lomite. Craftals. Craftals are well-decorated rooms and quarters. Collecting them will give you 50 craftium. So basically get a lot of like weird things floating around.
Wow! Heel! Twiggy Pop has arrived! I think she makes the best harsh noise in the galaxy.
Medic, you have no idea who this person is. Welcome to the station, Mom.
A machine, huh? Well, nice to meet you, mate. So, looks like I ran into festicrosis bacteria at the festival, and it's eaten off about half my face. Any chance you could fix this?
Of course. We'll get your ailment seen to as
Alright, so for anything else, priority.
quickly as we can. Assuming we have seats, you're welcome to sit in one of them.
Okay, thanks. Why does everything smell of chlorine?
Alright, so we're watching Twiggy Pop's health slowly take like a hit.
So, you found out what's wrong with her? Some kind of flesh-eating bacteria? Okay, great. Keep that to yourselves, please. I know nothing about it, and this conversation never happened.
Alright. I like how completely unreasonable everything is here, where they just like don't even care and all that. So you're assigned to the skin lab, so congratulations, Dr. Moriarty. You're a skin lab specialist. Ooh. You will be specialized in the melting off of and replacing of skin. Let me check something. Okay. Yeah, so we want to keep their health up as much as possible, and I assume basically you'll be compensated proportionally to their health. There's probably some like maximum, let's say 20,000 if you take care of them and they're in good health. But like as it ticks down, it probably hurts your total payout and all that good stuff. That said, oh interesting, the health went back up. Because their health was down to like 80-ish something, and it went back up when they went in the room. Huh.
Hey! Thanks for keeping me alive and everything. The music scene is a mess of dodgy contracts and corporate control. And I'd rather do something more meaningful with my life. Seems like you guys know what you're doing, and I used to be a doctor. So I want to join up. I've sent your machine my resume.
Okay.
Hey, Director. I'm Twiggy Pop. I started life as a doctor, working in the core regions. Tough gig, but it's made me pretty good at the job. Also, people really like my singing. Not sure why, but it makes anyone nearby better at their work. More focused. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for taking me on, Director. It's nice to get back to doing something I actually care about.
Alright, so they just provide health boosts and all that to everyone around them. So does that mean that I've already hired them? Just like they magicked in here? Do I have to choose to hire them? Because I do not see their name listed here. So let's see if we see their name on the list. No, I don't see him there. I also don't see him here. I have no idea.
Welcome to the team, Dr. Pop.
Oh, thanks, little guy. All right, I'll go get changed. Any chance of a cappuccino?
I don't think that exists, but I'll try.
Director, we've acquired our first consultant. They're permanent additions to your team, traveling with us from hospital to hospital. Let's open the consultant window to bring Dr. Pop in now. This...
Ah, okay. So it's a long-term staff member, so you can train them up and move them from place to place. That's cool. That's a nice, like, side meta progression. Oi.
This is our consultant roster, which will allow us to bring consultants into the hospital. Let's bring Dr. Pop into the hospital now. And there she is.
Hey, Director. Glad I can get down to work.
Maddie, how's that coffee looking?
I'm sorry, Twiggy, but Heel says coffee is illegal and that we'd all die.
I said nothing of the sort. Director, consultants are quite different from our other staff members. Let's inspect Dr. Pop to find out more.
Hey there.
Dr. Pop, like all consultants, is a remarkably effective clinician who can expertly operate any of our rooms. As consultants earn experience, they gain powerful, unique abilities, and sometimes you need to make hard choices as to which ones they acquire. You can see the perks Twiggy has in her skill tree. And that's everything you need to know about that. Let's get cracking, shall we?
Hey, I got a message from Twiggy that everything went okay with her treatment, which sounds good. And also that she's quit the music business, so I have 7 executives here who are using circular breathing to shriek non-stop like a ghoul. Ask her not to do that, maybe. Thanks.
Okay. Alright, so we can switch her rooms. I don't want to do that. We can switch her rooms. We can show her thoughts. We could show her stats. We could show her... Oh, that is actually quite the skill tree. Okay, so we have inspiring songs that she provides health boosts to treatment they complete when nearby other doctors. You can make it so it's increased aura strength or radius. All treatments boosted by Twiggy Pop generate additional money. Increase the treatment speed of all doctors in the aura by 3 seconds. Increase the strength of the musical aura. Makes it a larger radius. All treatments boosted generate additional influence. All Eureka and Twiggy Pop's aura, including her own, generate double influence. All Eurekas in Twiggy Pop's aura, including her own, generate double credits. All treatments boosted by Twiggy's aura take less time to complete. Increase the strength of the musical aura, the radius. When Twiggy Pop scores the Eureka, all doctors in nearby rooms also score Eurekas on their next treatment. These Eurekas benefit the international superstar and pop idol. Benefit from. Okay, so basically, she's got an aura around her, and it makes the doctors do a little bit better work. And we can make the effect stronger and stronger, or coverage a wide area. So, like, I could choose to make this aura ridiculously powerful, but it can only kind of hit 1 or 2 rooms. Or I could increase it to be like this whole area, but only so good. And then it looks like Eureka, I don't know if that is mechanically in the game so much as like, you know, a critical success or whatever. But you can make it so it provides influence or money. I know what money does in the game because we're using it constantly. I haven't really seen what we use influence for on a meaningful level. And then like treat people fast and all that. So that's pretty good. I have a feeling I'm going to lean more towards aura radius rather than the other way, because the stuff that says like, hey, anyone in aura radius treats people faster. I don't know how much the increased effect would apply to that. If it would like double the effect of that, or it wouldn't apply at all. Like I don't know if that's something that like, you know, you just get a flat rate and it's nothing more or anything like that.
Again. Having a gander.
Director,
Okay. So we have the efficiency thing. I probably shouldn't have closed that, but that's all right. I'm going to place this down in one of the rooms. Okay.
Director, it seems people are falling prey to some kind of psychosis. A fear of spaceflight or something? They're on their way, and they're just constantly screaming inside the ambulance.
A psychological condition. Ms. Orion's been preparing for this eventuality. She'll be in touch with the details.
And for the record, you don't need to, like, click these immediately. The game told us at the very beginning, it's like, yeah, they'll literally wait forever until you answer it. That you don't need to stress about it. They did make a comment that, like, if you leave people hanging for a long time, they will make a comment about it. But that shouldn't be that big a deal. So we'll go ahead and do this real fast.
The Dreamarium. So, we arranged a trade deal with a planet ruled by psychic clams. In exchange for an unknown quantity of an unknown substance, They've lent us their services as therapists, basically, with a doctor as an intermediary. These creatures can dive into the depths of our patients' minds, rearrange their neural networks, and slurp out any lingering negative emotion. No issue so far. And the treatments have proven incredibly effective in testing. Sure would be nice to remember what our contract with the clams was, though.
Sounds
Cool.
like it might do the trick. Once we've got some of those rooms set up, I'll dive right in. Could be kind of trippy.
Okay. So basically, we have a thing that eats their dreams. Sure. Now of course, you can't have a proper dream eating session without some immediate corporate marketing. You gotta have that. That is just something that is absolutely necessary. We'll have whatever the heck this plant coral looking thing is there to make one of our other groups happy. And then we need a plant to make our plant people happy. So we'll go ahead and shove some plants in the wall. Yeah, we'll replace their negative emotions with advertising. It's just sound business. Alright, meanwhile, I will probably need to get another cluster of chairs going. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff set up. So we need ordinary decorations. Some more marketing. I will want to get some chairs in place. And then we'll also want to get a little bit of plants going on. Okay. Oh, I'll need another doctor too. Okay, so who's our new hire that we're gonna get on here? A Night Dweller. Welcome, a Night Dweller. You're gonna help facilitate the consuming of nightmares. All right.
Take a sip.
Some patients with the aforementioned space phobia have arrived. Oh, wait, how about space fright? Seems like you guys enjoy a good pun around here.
Well, I just think that's wonderful. Space fright. Spectacular work, Miss Pop.
Thanks, Heel.
Oh, yes. No, not at all. Space fright.
Hey guys, so some randos decided to weld rocket boosters to some asteroids and I couldn't stop them, and now a space rocket's headed straight towards your station. Sorry and good luck with all that stuff.
You'd be like, nightmares, yeah. So there's a rock coming at me? Can I see said rock? Where is it going to hit? Where do I need to be immediately alarmed about? Well, that's just annoying.
Director, it looks like the festival isn't the only place to find rock and roll. Yes, wonderful. We've taken on significant damage from the impact.
And I got an achievement for 5 doctors operating within the Twiggy Pop's radius. So basically I had a bunch of doctors get bonuses. So surprisingly no one died.
Your hospital is dilapidated, Director. More Medibots are needed.
I'm working on it. I was just hit by asteroids. Calm down.
Miserable.
Alright, so we still have skincare is offline. The good news is we honestly did, like, we got one diagnosis knocked off and we got our dream thing just knocked out. Otherwise, for the most part, it hit buildings that were redundant that I already had planned for. So that's pretty wonderful. We've got everyone being treated here, so that's all going smoothly.
You use a clam to suck out their bad vibes? Wow, I wasted so much money on therapy. I hope it's legal. I'm not a narc, mostly. But yeah, cover your ass.
Alright. So everyone seems to be happy other than a couple people complaining about lightly decorated areas, which surprises me because I've pretty aggressively decorated this place. And then them complaining about wait times. So let's see wait times wise what we've got going on. Laser surgery has a little bit of a backup. Skin lab has a backup, but they have two things. So we probably do need a second laser surgery room. So maybe what the answer here is going to be is to move this over this way. And then grab this room, make a copy. Yeah, so that'll probably give me room to put like in our restroom or whatever we need. And then we'll need another doctor. Alright, we got Buddy Fox who's gonna be taking over laser surgery. Oh, and it sounds like Tomb just got home. So we're at about that point. For those new to the channel, I do take about a 5-minute break around this time. To welcome my wife home, make food happen, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to quickly run downstairs, make that happen, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll get back to more Galacticare here in just a little bit. And hey, Chris, how's it going? But I'll be back here in just a couple minutes, and thank you again for tuning in, and I'll be right on back. But I mean, it'll distract you maybe. Or just frustrate you. I don't know. I have a crush on a young man, but he doesn't feel the same. That drives me character. I need a potion. Yes. What do you mean? What do you mean? Come on. You have a crush on a young man. He doesn't feel the same way. Come on. Look. I'm not gonna tell you how that works. But I'm telling you, this potion is going to solve your problem. It may create a new series of other problems, but him not paying attention to you will not be a thing. No, give him the potion, not her. Well, no, I give her the potion to give to him. I'm sure she can figure it out. For a very long time. It's the classic of you can do first aid to make it so you can spend like less time limping around, but then you have to limp around because you've been doing first aid. Kind of defeating the entire point. What did it say out of spice? Oh, it's because there's tomato paste in the back of the truck in front of me. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay, and relocate our position over here to have some cover. I think in all my time, that has been the single most effective orbital bombardment I've ever used. Considering there is nothing left. There is a pair of corpses left and everything else got wiped out. Did they revamp that? I remember orbital bombardment being a lot weaker, let alone mining out chunks of the mountain. So pretty much what we're looking for is we're looking for large bodies of water. Just check the bottom to see if there's chests in the bottom. Now down says I do have the metal detector because we've seen a lot of the nymph that drops it. The catch is life crystals get priority. Oh, the life crystal wasn't a life crystal, it was a boulder. I've been caught by that once before, this run. It also feels like it caters to that specifically. Yes, that's... You okay there, Bo? I'll just give you a moment to sort yourself out. Nothing's breaking, right? No. All right. I mean, you take your time. When you're ready, you can settle down. It's making terrible noises. I'm not sure how well you can hear it, but it's going crunch, crunch, crunch. And this is March. This is the best month. And the reason it's best month is we're gonna go, woo, happy birthday to me. Well. Now, if only you kids could pick up litter this efficiently, we'd have the cleanest town in this side of Gem Sea. Vote for Mayor Lewis, my jokes are terrible. And now, the winner of this year's egg hunt is... Give me my hat. Do it. Jas and Vincent. Wait, hang on. Hold up. I just want to go on the record. I'm not cool with what you're trying to make me make. He should make his own decisions about who he likes. And like, if you want to win him over, you got to do it the old-fashioned way. You know, find common interests, talk about it, get to know one another, make him see that you're actually a person that, you know, maybe he'd be into. Not drug him with stuff that are made by questionable mushrooms from some dude in the woods. But I could absolutely put myself in a Hurt Locker with how much spicy I'm into. Like, one of my favorite flavors is habanero. Like, I think I have genuinely somewhere in the area of like 12 or 14 bottles of different types of habanero hot sauce in the house. I don't have a problem, you have a problem. I can quit anytime I... Surprisingly, they're destroying the bed that FG is sleeping in, but also not, you know, killing FG. Yeah, not enough mana. Oh no, not this again. Okay. Acid is super dangerous. Ow. I should have learned my lesson. Yeah, this has happened before. We'll see if I can actually get the cheesy strat off again. Which is when he comes here, I'm going to kick this statue at him. It might be wedged, though. Got him. Screw you, Steve. Getting all mad at me, digging holes and stuff. Go on. I'd like to see how this plays out. I feel like we have one major problem in this whole thing. I like this continuing to extend it, not like trying to back out and try and find a different route. Clearly the issue is I can't actually reach that spot. But you can see where it's putting the outline, where it's trying to do whatever that is. No. I want a stack of corn. Raw corn in the mouth. That's what I want. No judgment. Or maybe a little judgment. It put an entire fireman's outfit in my main bag and immediately extremely overburdened me. I was just like instantly drugged to a halt. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, I chose the wrong thing. I didn't mean to arrest you. I meant to give you medicine. This is not at all the same thing that what I meant to do. Whoops. I unintentionally did a literal kidnapping. And so the door appears to be just open. It's called an outpost. So let's try opening the door and peeking in and see how it goes. Oh, I hate it. Never mind. That's no. Let's be coal crabs. You're mechanical crabs. We can be friends. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Taking an extra minute or so. Nice birthday onion roll. Birthday onion. Oh, the where I ate the onion on for like wasn't it was a streamathon.
It seems like the psychic clam stuff's going pretty okay. You know, I was married to someone who thrived on absorbing negative energy. That came out wrong. That was supposed to be a burn. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, it's been pretty fun so far as games go. But yeah. No, it's sorry, brain is just thinking, like, I've got a bunch of stuff I gotta do tomorrow, which is just like what took the extra minutes, just running some stuff past Tomb and all that, who's my wife for those who are new to the channel. So it just took an extra minute. We just gotta get like the store and deal with homeowners insurance stuff and all that excitement. Yeah, so we are trading the space fright patients. That seems to be going pretty well. Just judging by the way it's going, we're gonna have the 7 acts, and my assumption is each act is going to have a new condition for us to treat. More than likely, part of the reason I'm not spending more money is I'm suspecting what's going to ultimately happen is the next round I'm gonna need a new room.
How are we looking?
So I'm gonna have to open one of the other rooms. Efficiency regulator. Drop on the ground, release swarm of temporary medbots. Okay.
Hey, sorry about the ex-wife thing. I've actually never been in a relationship, and I don't know why I lied to you about it. Can I come up there? There's stuff I'd like your mollusk to make not happen in my brain anymore.
That's gone excellently, Director. The Dreamarium is working a charm, and none of the patients seem to have any permanent loss of function. The room is now approved for long-term use. Another job well done. We're blazing along.
Okay. So they're going to give me a cleanliness beacon and another Metabot.
We picked up a cleanliness beacon. It projects an energy field which dissolves problematic waste, trash, and so on. Testing did suggest that tooth enamel isn't necessarily safe either, so I'll keep an eye on our complaints box. Director, Ms. Orion is calling in. Something about the wonders of Craftium. She's quite excited.
Okay, research. As you treat patients with a condition, your understanding of it will grow, and it'll become easier and safer to treat. You can consult Pathodex in the Galaxy menu for more details on your research project. You can speed up research by using Craft-Tech upgrades, consultants, and the research lab. Alright, but before I forget, we got our Metabots, so let's drop them there. Because that's just like basically our workers that go around and clean stuff up and everything. Oh.
Craftium. It's a wonder material that does exactly what it says on the tin. And I should know. I named it Craftium. I like to think that one was a stroke of brilliance. You can use it to recreate practically anything you've seen, even rare craft tech, like that cleanliness beacon you just acquired. First, select the crafting mode to begin the process. Now, craft anything you like. One brand spanking new, well, I can't see what you've made, but I'm sure it's great. Craftium! So cool. Now, I've got one more thing for you. The research lab. It's got a big old supercomputer. Your doctors can use it to improve our craft tech blueprints or gain new insights into any of the conditions we've encountered. We used to hook their consciousness directly to the computer, but, well, it occasionally created a nightmare portal which trapped their minds in a digital hellscape for eternity, so we don't do that anymore.
Oh, excellent.
All right, that's enough sapient interaction for one day. Catch you later, Director.
Let's give that new research lab a spin, Director. Place one down, and we'll see if we can't suss it out.
Alright, but first, I made a beacon. I'd like to place it. And I am just completely blanking as to where I do that, because she talked for so long that I have forgotten. There we go. Alright, so we don't really have space around here anywhere for it. So you're working in laser surgery, so let's get you promoted on that. Okay, so we need to open up a new area, so let's open up this area, which is part of why I'm saving the money. Alright, so from here, we need to make our research lab. Why is it saying you're blocked? Oh, it's just like still clearing the things out. Alright, so we could place more hypercomputers if we wanted. I don't, but we could. And that would presumably let me put more staff on this. We can go ahead and put down our advertisements per every single room. We gotta keep our marketing at the max. We can put whatever the heck this thing's down there. And we also want to have plants now for our various different types of staff. So we've got our plants. Okay. The research labs allows you to research advanced craftium blueprints and improvements for your treatments. Advanced blueprints will allow you to will allow you to craft items with 50% less craftium and must be researched in each hospital. Improvements to your treatments will result in a healing bonus and lower fatality rates. These improvements persist between hospitals.
The research lab is capable of two distinct functions: generating insight into conditions and upgrading our craft tech blueprints. Let's upgrade one now. Select the research lab, and in the research interface, select a blueprint to upgrade.
So I've got these. Let's go with the efficiency
With
regulator.
the blueprint selected, our doctors will begin to develop the improved version. This new and improved blueprint will dramatically reduce the crafting cost, but unfortunately, it's attuned specifically to the station we're currently on. You'll need to complete the research again in each new hospital. The research lab can also boost our research efforts into any condition of your choosing. This will generate some research directly. It also generates insight into conditions. Insight greatly increases the research generated for that condition whenever you have it stockpiled.
Okay. So we've got all that. It does look like I could...
Shockingly, it's Leonard Moon again, calling about another ailing musician.
Alright, so I just want to go ahead and hire one. So we're going to go ahead and get Periwinkle in here. We're going to have you be a dedicated research person. Alright.
Oh my god, there's another whole musician who is now dying for no reason except to make this whole festival a waking nightmare. Can you fix him, please? His name is Clem Bansig, and he's a coital tyrannosaurus, which probably has something to do with all this, but I don't judge, and neither should you, or anybody. If I want to slop around with roadies until my flaps catch fire, that's up to me and the creator. Clem, I mean, if Clem wants to do those things. Look, just get him back to us, okay? There's too much on the line for it all to be taken down by Bansig's love for the fizzy pump. I'll give you lots of money and goodbye.
Okay. So I've got a new patient showing up. I'm wondering if when the new patient shows up, it'll be a thing that they have a disease and I have to research the disease before I can treat it. Because it does feel like the kind of thing they would do in this type of game. That'd just be like, okay, this person showed up, oh no, mystery disease we haven't heard of before. let's go ahead and pop in the machine and be like, all right, cool. Now we're just going to, you know, hit them with paintballs or something till they're better.
Heel, that VIP just arrived. He's shaking like an aging pirate.
Oh yes, I, Clem Banzig, am badly diseased from my many salacious adventures.
Actually, sir, it seems like you might have just had too many energy drinks.
Oh, I didn't think you'd actually know. Please, don't tell anybody.
Naturally. Yes, patient confidentiality is vital in our line of work.
Okay. So they have toxin addiction.
Warm greetings to you all. There should be a good range of gubbins here.
Alright.
I hope none of that's illegal.
So I'm curious about... So they're supposed to be on stage in like 2 minutes. You see pests minus 1% mood. So they're supposed to be on stage in like 2 minutes. You've already put them at a higher priority. I don't really know what all we gotta deal with all this. So they don't move very fast around here.
Catch you later.
So I'm suspecting...
Clem got diagnosed? An addiction to energy drink? Huh. I don't know why I thought it was something venereal. Branding, probably. Honestly, I don't even know if cougars have anything down there. They could be like mushrooms or something.
Alright, so we've gotten better knowledge of starworts. Alright. Okay, so just apparently remove the thing. Too many drinks? I've known too many people that have done that. They're having all the negative energy absorbed from their brain is their treatment. All right.
Oh man, I feel way better now. Now I can get back to romping again, which I do all the time, just so you know.
Good for you, sir. Best of luck.
Okay, so they didn't have to actually get off the ship, just the treatment. Because one of those things that just felt like it was taking so incredibly long. Alright, so they're getting upset about the decoration here. This is the area that they're like, ah, there's no decoration. That's good till I can actually identify that now. Because there's a while we were going, I don't see anything nice. So let's see here. We're gonna go down here. So apparently they said, I want more advertising, so who am I to deny them their advertisements? So I'll go ahead and get them that. They're going to go ahead and plop down a set of seats over here, even though there's really no need for it.
That was pretty fast. Thanks. I can put these pills back in the cabinet and get back to having jazzy times at the festival.
Alright. So we got a new blueprint, Toxin Energy Extreme, which causes shaking TM, heart palpitations TM, headaches TM, and death TM. Cool.
Oh, Galacticare. I forgot to tell you. I had a handful of 2 cans of toxin energy squirreled away in somewhere. I figured I'd donate them to you, considering they're so tasty and fizzy and all, and caffeinated. And they get your mind going, and you start to vibrate, and oh, I miss it already. Hey, can we just turn this shuttle around?
Yeah, so it's just basically telling us, man, we are picking up a number of different conditions we're aware of.
Our new pal Leonard Moon is shrieking down the phone about lights or some such business.
Hey, are you medical guys any good at the cyber? Because we have issues with the cyber, and if you don't do something, I'm going to have a panic attack.
Mr. Moon, I'm not entirely sure that our contract covers.
It covers it. I put it in there. Holograms are just as important as the musicians to me, man. They're people. It's in the contract. You have to believe me, please.
Director, holograms can't be covered because they don't actually exist. That said, it's probably worth doing this so that our client doesn't cork it before he can pay us. So, that means we'll be performing healthcare on the lights, using our trusty canisters, of course. What we'll need to do is take the canisters, cart them over to laser surgery, and shoot them with the lasers until they're so full of lasers that we can do healthcare on the lights.
I have questions.
The canisters are ready to be thoroughly lasered.
Alright, so priority, priority, priority. We're apparently treating lights by shooting them with lasers. Sure. Hey, Ballistic Badger, thank you so much for the 40 stream streak. Catch the last 40 streams without missing any, so thanks a lot for that. Makes sense, add light to the lights so they become tangible. Yeah, something like that. We don't need to worry about it too much. Alright.
Oh my god, the lights are still out? Oh no, I think I'm dying. Not like this. No. No.
I'm sure he's fine, Director.
Hello, Galacticare. It's me again. I think I brought you the right bits. If not, it might just be bog rolls and videotapes. Some handy gizmos in there.
Okay. All of this is somewhat cursed. Alright. Thank you, Wifey. I'll do my best. I love you. Alright. Yeah, so we're getting that treated. I'm just gonna buy the next space just because I have the money.
See you later, Galacticare. I'm off for a spot of cheese.
But yeah, so I do enjoy like the very satire way of approaching healthcare where we have like all these like really silly, ridiculous diseases and all that, and these really silly, ridiculous stuff. It's a way that you can make like a hospital like tycoon-esque game without having to.
The doctors are done putting all the lasers in those canister guys.
That they are, Robot. Our treatment canisters are ready to be delivered down to the festival.
I've been talking to them a bit, and they seem kind of weird, but nice.
You've been talking to them. I'm fairly sure that nobody's home.
Please help me.
Yeah, we've been sharing data. Being a motorized tube seems hard on people. How long will they be gone?
Well, the energies involved will totally atomize them on delivery, so, you know, a while.
Oh.
Yes, terrible. Wave goodbye to your friends, Maddie.
But yeah, it's a way to like cover like medical stuff without being like super duper heavy. Plus you can have like so much fun comedy stuff.
And away they go. What a thrill.
Oh good, you're still here. Do I seem any younger? I'm in a new body and I feel gorgeous. Anyway, we see your canisters coming and they're full of lasers. Great, good luck.
And somehow, Leonard Moon has returned. What a thrilling twist.
But it's always good. It's another thing that like 2 Point does extremely well, which is what this reminds me of, like 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point, I can't remember what they call it, like 2 Point Education or School or whatever. Or no, it's Campus. It's 2 Point Campus.
Wow, that worked. You've officially saved my ass. The holograms are back on and everyone is vibing and stuff. Thanks.
But yeah, so it's always fun to have that for just having all the silliness around it. Okay, holodock emitters.
Try not to spend it all in one place. I know how you Terrans can get with money. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. I'm going through a bad divorce, and my dog has bubonic plague, and I'm sorry. I'm not normally racist. It's the stress. Sorry.
Uh-huh. Alright. Do I have rooms that... Okay.
Leonard Moon is having ode problems by the sounds of it, and not just personally.
Oh, hey. Hi. So you ever have one of those days where it feels like an evil spirit is trying to harass you into a psychotic break? Anyway, all 4 members of the band, the Exolodes, are about to die soon from burns they decided to get as a prank, I guess. And if you can't heal them, please just eat them or whatever you people like to do. I'm, like, totally done with this. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'm assuming that basically is going to require the skin lab, which I believe we're actually doing really well that... Oh man, diagnosis is super backed up. Okay. That is actually a problem. So we're gonna make another duplicate of this. I did not realize that diagnostics was getting that backed up. Oh, of course you're not gonna fit there. We'll need to go over here, plunk down some decorations real fast, and add some seats and a whole bunch of the other stuff. And per the normal, we're shoving advertisements as our decorations everywhere. Alright. And I need some plants. And some benches. That's terrible positioning there. Let's try that again. We'll want to have a trash can around here somewhere. I'm going to put over here in the corner. Well, that's fine. It can be right there. I need a toilet here somewhere as well. Right now, just put right past the room. Okay, so I think I got all that sorted. I'll need another doctor to work here. So, welcome to Diagnostics Noaplo.
Director, the Exolodes are now stepping off the shuttle. We'll be able to experience the full richness of ode culture. How exciting.
Wow, this is amazing. Cool spot, man. I am dying big time. Yeah, it's always about you, right? Don't you care that Bim is an anxiety spiral and has no toilet to be in? Whoa, that's a harsh and unhealthy form of mind reading and catastrophizing that I'm just, like, not into. It's fine, Tim. I'm sure I'll find somewhere to hang out. You've got to stop letting Jim walk over you all the time, man. I'll get you a max caffeine, and then you can chill out a little. Bro, I am not great with this Kaufman drama triangle situation. Whoa, look at that powerful goods over there. I'm gonna drink that like right now.
Alright. And we gained a level on treating Aroma Borealis. So that's good. And so we got them all prioritized for treatment. I did open up another diagnosis room, you know, to help with all that.
Hello there. I hope you're all well.
Kind of the
Just for you.
speed that the trade person comes by is honestly pretty fast. Like, he pops by a lot. I also feel like I'm getting way more medibots than I really need. I've got like 8 of the things floating around for this tiny little space. Alright. I imagine if you accidentally kill one, it's kind of a big problem. Alright. So let's check on our wait times now. We have a little bit of a wait time at the skin lab. Otherwise, everything else is doing pretty good now. We did have a huge wait on our diagnostics, but since they opened up another diagnostics room, it's...
Catch you in the void.
We have lack sites in the hospital, Director.
You have lack sites? Oh. I do see that they've given it so if you wanted to play idly, you could play fairly idly, but if you want to play actively...
Well, I thought I was screwed, but then these 8 people did a whole bunch of hell stuff to my awful body, and now I can do music again. Wild!
But, so you have, like, the little bugs floating around, so you could spend the time to, like, do all that, and it'd help.
It's great I'm still alive. I feel good, like, physically. Do you guys have any stuff for being in a dark spiral of anxiety and self-doubt? Electrocute my brain or something?
Afraid not. Good day, sir.
Okay, that's fine, yeah. Bye. Oh man, I feel like I could chuck myself out. I haven't been in this good shape for like 300 years now. Thanks for the new mojo, health people.
Okay. So, you go into like this one back corner and complain that this corner's not decorated.
Thanks, health people. This has been really pretty okay.
You're entirely welcome, my elderly friend. I look forward to hearing your performance.
Wow. Really?
Good luck to you, Mr. Clyde.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Oh man, you got them all fixed already? Okay, that's actually really great, because I was starting to wonder if I should just nuke the festival and, like, flee to the Outer Rim. Hey, thank you. This has, really made my day.
Alright, and another cleaning bot.
Hey, thank you. This has really made my day.
Alright, so we got one act left. What I'll probably do is once we finish this this level or whatever, I think more than likely that'll be where we do our game switch. Just because normally I do the game switches around 11 p.m. my time. We're at only about 10, but I figured by the time we finish it'll be another 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then it's one of those things of like, do I start another level when I'm gonna only put like 30 or so minutes into it? I am leaning for probably doing RimWorld after this. I don't have a specific idea for the colony yet in mind. We're going to kind of shop it as we get there. But,
Leonard Moon is in a tears over a situation with his headlining musician.
No,
okay.
No! The final act, the headliner, the colossal musician, they got a disease that melted their skin off. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Oh my god. I think I'm dying. Am I dying? I feel like I'm being electrocuted. You've got to fix this. Please!
Hello, Galacticare.
Well, hello there. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Galacticare's reputation. As you treat patients and complete missions for each species, your reputation with them will improve, and they will bestow upon you a variety of gifts and rewards. Eventually, each species will award you with a unique and powerful artifact, which can only be used once per hospital.
Gazria, for the purposes of this event. Baz has a lot to say about you. Seems to think you might be capable of great things. Sorry for the inconvenience of my affliction, but I wanted to see if you're all he's made you out to be. It's quite funny to screw around with Leonard Moon, and I figured that having his headliner get half consumed would give his heart a real kick.
This does hurt rather a lot more than I thought it would, though. Having your skin rapidly eaten away isn't my idea of an interesting night. Any chance of a hand?
Well, I certainly don't see why not. Well, this has turned out to be rather interesting. Word gets around, eh? As before, we'll need to dispatch a shuttle to take a tissue sample, and from there, figure out the best way to treat Gazria's rotting flesh. Dispatch one when you're ready. The shuttle has been launched. The sample has been collected, and the ambulance is on its way back. Let's get it over to diagnosis.
I was trying to see for Periwinkle here. I was trying to see what room they've been working in. I think they were Skin Lab. If not, well, then that'd be a bummer, wouldn't it? I'm sure at some point I need another room to do that anyways. Alright, so priority on you, and priority on you. Alright, so it does seem like for the story, it's a matter of like just hopping in and being like, okay, do this. I'm assuming with sandbox mode, instead of having these like scripted events as we have here, where it's like this one happens, and this one happens, and this one happens, that you probably just get like RNG kind of things that happen like that. Where, you know, you play for 15-20 minutes, they go, oh no, there's been an explosion. Now you've got a bunch of people showing up with, like, melty skin and stuff. And that'll just kind of, like, pull from a big pool of things.
It's me again.
Okay.
So, we just got done analyzing the sample, and the damage is pretty gnarly. She's been devoured by the same bacteria I was. Treatment canisters are
Alright. So there's 2 rounds of these I have to prioritize.
now. If we can run them through Skin Lab and laser surgery, we should be able to patch her up.
Yes. Pardon?
The treatment canisters. The colossal? Laser surgery?
Oh, yes. Quite. Terribly sorry. Paper for a new fusion train design was just released. Rather distracting.
What?
Nothing at all. Good luck in there and so on.
Okay. And meanwhile, how are we doing on our stuff? We got our new inventory.
See you around, Space.
Yeah, so you get sunflowers, so I've got new decorations like that. So basically, by befriending the plant people a little bit, we did get access to new decorations. So that's pretty good. How are we doing on our rooms? Laser surgery is getting backlogged pretty hard. Skin Lab is a bit backlogged. That's probably mostly just because of this current thing, because I've got 3 bots tying up both of them. And they already do have 2 of each of those rooms. Some of these sorts of games, you end up having like 10 different rooms treating, you know, a particular thing. Other ones, you usually only need 1 or 2 rooms, but you'll have like upgrades to make them work better and stuff like that. All right. Does it show me Gazelle's health? Oh. I was hearing the subwoofer things or whatever, and it's just like, man, they did things with me to like subtly add like the concert going on outside. It's my patient. My patient is where the subwoofer sound is coming from. But yeah, it has been definitely a fun game. It does have the difficulty for content creation of, you know, it's one thing if it was like writing up a whole guide or whatever on it. Obviously, I haven't played enough to write a guide. This is my first time playing and whatnot. But it's those things that in a lot of Tycoon, these types of games, there is a lot of downtime where you're just like, all right, I've assigned the thing. Let's wait. There's not a lot of curveballs you get so far as for content creation, which makes it, it's like the 2-point games. You can play them on the channels and all that, but it's not a game you usually end up playing a lot of It's just a genre that really struggles on content creation. Like, puzzle games are the same way. A lot of puzzle games don't usually work well for long-form content. They're great to pop in, show some stuff, you know, get people a taste for the game, and move on. Whereas games like RimWorld, which does have
Canisters have been
downtime.
processed and are ready to have a crack at Gazria's dreadful meat situation.
Spectacular! Let's get them shipped off. The shuttle can launch on your command, Director.
But, it's just those things that, like, they're good for, like, a one-off but not a big thing. Whereas, like, a game like RimWorld, because of all the variants, all the wild cards, all the stuff that mixes up the formula,
Baz might have been
be a
right.
thing.
Honestly, I haven't felt better since before this moon was formed. Shame what they're doing to it. Still, I can get close to them and begin to understand their minds, so I'll take what I can get. You're some good eggs, Galacticare. Take care of yourselves, and watch out for the debris.
Cool.
Looks like we're all done. Let's check in with Gazria.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was perfect. I guess I never had anything to worry about. Thanks for all the health care you did, and here's a shipload of credits. I gotta go prep for the big finale. Toodles.
Cool. Hospital Ring. After completing a level, you can unlock special rewards for each, either reaching 3, 4, or 5 hospital rating. Cool. So basically, we got a high enough result on this one that we got a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of reputation that's unlocked, a bunch of stuff, and all that. So we got a whole bunch of snazzy new stuff.
Is on? Yeah. Okay. Everybody, thank you for sticking with us. We're about to blow the biggest damn hole in this burning moon since the festival began. Get ready to ring in the end times with all the other delinquents out there. Because it's fun. Because it's wild. And just because we can. Behold!
Well, that's quite something. I'm sure everyone's fine, Director. I suppose I'll update Galacticare's chart of the system to, remove the moon. Well, that's all you're up for, Director. I and the other staff can take care of the after-party for you if you'd rather head off. Our next contract awaits, whenever you'd like to get us out of here. Well done, by the way. That went rather well, I thought. Your choice, Director. We can stick around here and bask in the glory of our spanking new hospital, or we can move on to our next job.
Okay. Yeah, and just judging by the way it's filling this in, I'm assuming we're getting like a whole circle of missions here. So I have no idea how many missions we go into this. This is implying to me it's not going to be a super small number, because as much as they're packing these together, if it was just 5 missions, it would be weird to have like 2 more dots here and then just stop. So we can't really extrapolate how many missions there are, because it could make a circle, it could be like a windy pattern back here. We don't know. We even got this like extra one here that's just out in the middle of nowhere. So we've got a bunch going on there. We've got the Galactic Exchange, and this is what I was talking about earlier, where we've got this meta currency that we get outside there, and it mostly seems to give us a bunch of skins. I've also noticed stuff like, I don't believe Twiggy was showing here before, but she has appeared since we found her in the story. So my guess is we're going to have a bunch of stuff show up here as you play through the story and meet the new doctors and do all that stuff. So the meta progression doesn't seem like it's game breaking or anything like that, so much as it just gives you more variety, so you don't have like the one purple vending machine you put all over the place. You get a bunch of different ones. We are learning more and more species that are showing up here. So it'll be interesting to see how many species they actually have in the game. We have our consultants we get, which have their stuff here. Okay. So that only increases their mood when you're sitting down. They don't get to choose it, but we could apparently get 4 skins for them. They level out. Spend a total of 5 minutes in a spacious room. Is a personal goal for them. Okay. We've got all the diseases we run into. And so far with what we've played, we've introduced 11 diseases. And there are 49 in the game, so we can go by that we've got a lot far to go. So there's lots of good stuff. We'll see if I end up playing this again in the future. I'm definitely, sorry, on stream. This is a game I could see popping into. It's just one of those games that, like I said, they can be a little bit difficult to do long-form content creation with, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. So with that saying, what's going to end up happening is the stream will end on the YouTube side of it, because I can't really change categories on YouTube without it breaking things, so I end the stream on YouTube and restart it. For those on Twitch and TikTok, don't go anywhere. We're going to be switching games over to, I'm going to go with RimWorld for the moment. So you have all that kind of going on. Star Wars 3, Revenge of the Sith. It's an interesting game. You look forward to more of it. Yeah, no, that's the thing.